Hi all, this is Param. Welcome back. In this playlist, we are looking what are the things has to be learned for Associate Cloud Engineer certification of Google Cloud Platforms. Okay. Here I'll explain some of the things. The first step is resource hierarchy for any account setup for a customer. First things we have to set up the resource hierarchy. Okay, so what is organization? Under that, what are the different folders? Usually each department will go for separate folders. Okay, under the folders folder is optional, in fact. Okay, so if it is not that, let's say if you are going to have 100 plus project or 100 plus team, they are going to use Google Cloud Platforms. Obviously we should go with the folders. Okay, but it's just one or two project or one or two team only using, in the sense we may not need to consider folders. Okay, just a project, under the project resource, this is a hierarchy. Okay, and this is enough for minimum. So based on the complexity, based on the number of project, you can decide whether you want folder hierarchy or not. Okay, good. Then organizations, you know that all this hierarchy we can assign roles, or we can provide the access, whether particular project who should have write access or read access, or any basic roles or any predefined roles or any custom roles as well. Okay, so any roles and IAM policies. Okay, roles in the principal associated through the IAM policy. Okay, so IAM policy is defined who should have what roles. Okay, that is what you will learn here. IAM and policy, role, custom, everything. Okay, then second thing is user setups. Of course there are a couple of identities there. Okay, even user groups are there. Okay, in addition to that you can have SAML SSO. Okay, SAML SSO. Okay, these all can be identity. Okay, or you plainly any Gmail account can be a Google account can be identity. Okay, so identity fine. Then we will create the groups and assign the users to the groups. Okay, similarly we will have permissions. So permissions grouped by the role. So role would be associated with the groups instead of directly associating users. That is the best practice. Okay, still of course you can assign the role to a particular user, but the best practice is what is, you create the group. In that group you add your identity or your accounts. Okay, then assign the role to the particular groups. Okay. These are the things you will learn. Okay, then with respect to billing perspectives, yes, of course, payment profiles and one or two billing accounts. Then each project will have one billing account. Okay, that is very important. That's why once you enable the billing only, you can create any resource for any project, right? Okay, so this should be done at very first. Okay, so billing accounts, then linking a project with the billing accounts. Okay, then establishing billing budget and alerts. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, instead of giving any surprise about the billing usage, we can set the budget. Let's say if it is crossed $500, then I can get alert. Okay, budget is specific to project, not any of the level above like folder organizations. So budget we can configure for every project. Okay, based on the budget we can configure alerting by email, something like that. Okay, that is second things. Then setup, you should be able to export the billing data to the BigQuery for analysis. Okay, you can use the Looker Studio to create dashboard and other stuff. Okay, so obviously we will export the billing data to the BigQuery, and we will do all the analysis. Okay, even we will get a billing report as well. Okay, so in the billing report, each resource how much cost it incurred. Then you should be familiar with what are the ways to work with. Okay, so better here I can show that working with here. You can see one is guide mode. Okay, that is web console. That is what we use on every day. Okay, then Cloud Shell Editor, that is open source edition of VS Code. Okay, then mobile app. Okay, and again through the mobile app has couple of facility. So these are the GUI resources. Okay, so web console, shell editor, and mobile app. These are the GUI based interaction with your Google project. Then command line based. Okay, then GSUtil, BQ, Gcloud, all these are defined with the Cloud SDK. Okay, what is this? Here I have these many things, I don't know. Okay, got it. Okay, then programmatically. So if you want to interact with the programmatically, okay, you can use a Terraform, that is declarative language. Okay, you are going to declare what you need, but not how it has to be done. So it is taken care by the Terraforms. Okay, it's IOC. Then client libraries. Using client library, you can write, let's say if you want to interact with using the Python language, okay, you can get the client library of Python, then import that packages. You can do whatever you want by programmatically. Okay, then Cloud API and Explorer. So it's obvious, right? So at the end, everything is going to be going through API. Okay, everything going through API to the GCP cloud platforms. Okay, that's going to work. What you have done, what you are asking. Okay, so there are three ways to interact with the cloud platforms. So GUI based, command line based, programmatically. So if, of course in the real time we would go for Terraforms or any Python language, so that we can reuse lot of code, we will have complete controls, we can even go with the CI/CD, many things. Okay, so that's what. Okay, these are the things you have to be familiar. Then for any project, for a new project, we should enable that API. Then only you can create the resources. For example, if you want to create virtual machine, you have to enable the compute API. Okay, if you want to use the resource cloud storage bucket, you have to enable the resource API, storage class API. So that's why. So each API has to be enabled. Then only after that only you can go and create the resource. Okay, then observability, it's very important. I would say we have a lot of Google Cloud projects. Okay, each project have a lot of resources. Okay, but you want to monitor. The good thing of using Google provided observability tool is integrated already. Okay, for example, if you want to collect the logs from the VM, we can install Ops agent, then through that we can get all the system metrics, logs, everything. Similarly, GKE, whatever you are writing STD error and STD out, all the logs are collected automatically. Similarly, metrics collected automatically. Similarly, Cloud Function, Cloud Run, App Engine, all of these tools create the whatever the logs are generated, it automatically send it to the logging system or logging API. You can say logging API or cloud logging. Okay, similarly Google Cloud Project. So all of the managed services by default integrated to the cloud logging. Okay, so we can see the cloud logging later. Okay, scoping project and monitoring project. What is the scoping project? Let's say you have 10 plus project. Let's say assume all the 10 plus project has to be monitored. Okay, so instead of doing, of course monitoring can be done in each individual project as well. Instead of that, the good best practice what is now, create one separate project. That project is only for monitoring other project. So the other project called scoping project or worker project. Scoping project or worker project. Worker project. Okay, the monitoring project is going to have only the monitoring of other projects. So you can link the projects, then you can see all the metrics, logs, whatever comes. Similarly, you can create alerts, all the stuff wherever you need. Okay, so these are the observability tools. Then what else I have? Yes, I think I have covered everything. Okay, so by this video you can understand what are the areas you have to be familiar with familiar to clear the AC certification. Thank you. Thanks for watching.